Hola, mi amigos. Me llamo Marco Mac. This is the Mountie, and we always get our men. You can read into that whatever way you like. I'm still drinking Brewdog. This one is called Lust because, well, I lost. Oh no, wait, that was Dynamite. I lost on Dynamite. I didn't lose on Revolution. Spoilers. But I'm Marco Mac, and this is Jordan Barnes.
I'm Jordan Barnes, and I've got a nice Belgian beer. Cheers.
And that can mean only one thing. It means we are ready to delve into the predictions for All Elite Wrestling's pay-per-view, Revolution! And we're going to find out who is getting a pie and who is getting buried alive. That rhymed. Let's get cracking with the knacking. Alright, so Revolution kicked off. Lots of pyro. A lovely new stage. I like the rampway with the lights on it. It's kind of WWE-esque, but, you know, for AEW, I thought it looked kind of cool.
It looked really cool, and I really like the level ramp. I don't know why. I just really like that for some reason. It just looks really cool, and it just sets up for some different things.
Yeah, I like the level ramp. It's pretty sweet. You all fucking MJF'd out with that scarf on.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Gotta represent my boy, MJF.
You'd almost think you picked him in the predictions and I'd picked Cody.
Weird.
Weird
that would happen.
Well, at least I'll get my Kenny Omega t-shirt.
But this has got a double whammy. So this is, if you can tell by the color, it is a nice burgundy and navy blue, which happen to be the Colorado Avalanche team colors, which AEW this upcoming Wednesday is in Denver.
Oh, well done. Well done. It's got nothing to do with the fact that we'll also be in Denver. But I don't know who organised this Denver trip. But why the fuck are we not going next week? Why are we going the week after? Who's
Victoria's going to be really upset at you for that.
I'm just saying, who organised that? Right. There's probably more wrestling on the following week. Alright, so the first match was the buy-in. And it was the Dark Order, my boys. The Dark Order versus SCU.
Worst town.
Yeah, but you didn't pick the SCU, you picked the Dark Order to win.
Yeah, because I picked with my head, not my heart. But it was a really good match.
Pick number 1, done. The Dark Order. All hell.
Both teams look as good as they always do. Like, I don't think the Dark Order gets enough credit for how good they are in the ring.
They don't. They're a great tag
Stu
team.
Grayson is really, really good. And Uno is great at what he does, right?
Uno is just the man. I love all this where he's just like... He does all these, like, hand gestures. He's just, you know...
He's just telling them to get back.
He is the big boss. He's the last big boss in a video game that you fight. That's who he is.
Yeah.
And then once you beat him, you're like, yes! I've kicked the last boss's ass. Fucking the Exalted one comes out, whoever that's going to be. And you're like, damn it, I've got an even harder boss to beat. And the Exalted one was teased as Christopher Daniels. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Multiple times.
It's the Exalted one?
No, he's not. He's just...
Oh! Christopher Daniels! No! What the fuck is going on here, man?
Multiple times.
Yeah,
we kind of teased it, and we're teasing it, and then the music, and then he comes out again, which again is almost a swerve into another swerve that it still could be him.
It could be, I know.
Like, why would he come out that way? Why would they react like they knew what it was?
Mm-hmm.
If that's not...
I think Stu Grayson looked a bit surprised. He was like, what the fuck's going on here? The Exalted one shouldn't be here. He almost had a look in his eyes, and he came out like Vince McMahon. It was me, Austin!
It's me, Austin! Oh, son of a bitch! What? It's me, Austin!
It was me all along.
It was me all along, Austin!
Honestly, this pay-per-view was only last night.
The actual end of this thing. The next time I want them to book a show in Austin, Texas, and the Exalted One comes out and he screams, "It was me, Austin. It was me all along."
That would be quite cool. That would be quite
It'd be
cool.
great, and it would just be a subtle shot. Oh, so good.
I'm going to check if they're in Austin soon. See if that happens. Then the kickoff show was Dustin Rhodes versus Jake Hager.
Yeah, Jake Hager. Yeah, that was great.
It was a
Absolutely
great match.
amazing.
It was
So good.
It was very. They were relying a lot on is the MMA background to him. They were really pushing that, and it came through in the moves with the ankle lock, with some of the suplexes, some of the submissions, and the final submission when he had them in that chokehold.
Yeah, that was great. I love that. I love that Jake's wife was there. That was cool. Great when Dustin goes and kisses her, and then she's just yelling, "That's disgusting! That's disgusting!"
Now everyone, I need to be careful what I say here, right? Everyone's getting upset because everyone's just so sensitive these days that he forced himself on a woman. There is no place for that in 2020. I get it. I understand. It's not real life. It's wrestling, and this is part of like wrestling history when this sort of stuff would happen. It happened with Marlena when Goldust had Marlena as his manager. It happened with Miss Elizabeth when she was with Macho Man. It's happened before all the sort of valleys, and look at all the stuff with Trish Stratus, and I get it. I understand it. But it's a different day and a different age, and it's maybe I'm becoming Jim Cornette.
Yeah.
What's Cornette? I want to know what Cornette's got to say about this. But I thought it was quite a cool to the. And do you know what I loved? Here's what I loved about it. She didn't stand there and be all disgusted. You see her in the background, and she's got her mirror out, and she's fixing her makeup and taking it all off as if to say, "Right, I'm back. I've got my man's back here." And that to me felt it felt modern and it felt strong for a woman, as opposed to folk getting all upset about because Dustin kissed her and all that.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the choke was great. Mm-hmm. It was the right man won.
Yeah, the right.
Like Dustin didn't need the win there.
Nah, he didn't.
The only thing that did look scary is his Canadian Destroyer, which is a move that's used way too much right now.
It's over.
It's a great move.
It's become the new super kick.
Yeah, exactly. But it didn't look quite right when Dustin did it that time. It just looked kind of awkward and uncomfortable.
And Jake Hager's finisher when he was in WWE, and it might have been the same when he was at bar wrestling, wherever he was before, and a 5-star wrestling, was the gut wrench powerbomb. The commentators didn't really sell that as a finisher. I thought that they'd be like, "Whoa, he's done his finisher." So you all think, "Oh," and then Dustin kicks out, and but it was the right build. It was the right win.
Yeah, yeah.
I agree with it, and that was we both picked Hager for that.
Yeah.
So that was
and I like that they put the knee in there. They did the knee to the groin spot.
You called that.
Too.
You said that's how the match was going to end, and to be honest, it did. I know he got him in the submission, but it was all led up to by that low blow. So, well done.
Thank you.
That.
2. I got 2. No shots yet. No shots.
And after that, we had Sammy Guevara versus Darby
Spanish
Allin.
God.
I keep calling him a Spanish sex god. He's a Spanish god that Jericho said was sexy. I just keep calling him a Spanish sex god. I just get it all wrong.
Yeah.
This was like Darby just got to the ring. He ran. This is the bits that I can remember now. He just dives right through the ropes. He's right onto Sammy.
Right through the corner. He dove right through the corner, and it looked absolutely amazing. Both the guy I was watching with, Mike, and myself were like, "What the fuck just happened?"
They just brawled for ages.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was an absolute brawl.
They brawled, and then the Kevin Owens rule applied, and Sammy Guevara set up a table and had to eat that bump.
Holy shit, man. That...
Well, I guess he didn't eat it, but kind of.
It was a... Oh, fuck, it's not... It wasn't a shooting star press he did. That was Pac.
It was the 630?
Yeah, the
640 or whatever.
And he does it.
He hit...
And he just twists at the very last second to get into a splash. I was like, whoa, man, this boy is just... He's something else.
But it scared me a little bit because he hit Darby's knees hard.
He did, yeah.
Hard.
He did.
But then we also had the suicide dive where Darby caught the ropes.
He just missed.
Oh, and he just missed him, but I was worried he hit his head straight onto
Sammy's head.
the guard.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought his head had maybe hit Sammy's head, but yeah. And it was good that Excalibur and Jim Ross just
went
owned
with it and said he might not have got all of it.
He might not have gotten all of it. He's missed, and then I think, and then from there, God, I'm trying to remember what happened after that when they got back in the ring. Oh, jeez, Sammy was being the sort of playing the dirty little heel, taking off the top turnbuckle cover, which she never do, right? That's like tugging on Superman's cape or fucking spitting in the wind. It's going to bite you in the ass. And then
the Kevin Owens role, man.
I know. And then once Sammy had eaten his own turnbuckle, he's out flat, and it's time for the old coffin drop, which is still one of my favourite moves in wrestling.
It's a pretty cool move. It's interesting. It's
so dangerous. It's so dangerous.
Yeah. Very, very dangerous.
And then I think Jake Hager comes out just to Darby's got the skateboard.
Yep.
He's ready to go. He's going to beat him up with it. Hager makes the save and takes Sammy away. 3 in a row. 3 matches called correctly in a row. And that Darby match against Sammy Guevara was the fucking match of the night so far. Whoa, Jake Hager. Oh, he's rescuing him. Yes! Come on, Darby boy. No shots for me yet. It's not even opened.
Yep.
Oof. And I don't know if it was just after this that Blood and Guts got announced.
Yeah.
War Games! War Games!
Yeah.
We're not allowed to say that.
It's War Games, but not War Games.
War Games,
but it has a closed roof.
So it's like a double.
So it's like
Hell in the Cell. It's 2 rings, right? They're still doing 2 rings.
Yeah. Is it just a double Hell in the Cell? Because that would be cool too.
Let's just shoot the shit for a second. Yeah. Who do you think is going to be in it? I'm going to say it's Moxley, Jericho.
Like how?
Hager,
like is it a tag match?
It's got to be a 5-on-5. And I think Cody's going to be in there. MJF will be. I don't know. Whatever happens, it's where Hangman makes his turn, or whoever's going to turn is going to turn. It'll be at War Games.
Interesting.
Blood and Guts.
I can't make a reference to that because I can't even think of what it could be. But there's so many different options. If they could do tag teams and they could do individuals.
Yeah.
It's like I was saying before. Hopefully it's individuals and they can build that heavyweight division a little bit more. Because even though they changed to Moxley, which is still great, it just feels like a little bit of a thin roster at that spot right now.
Yeah. And I have to say, at this point, we're both at the same guesses. We both went for Darby Allin, so we're tying at this point. I think we were 3 matches apiece, and that brought us to what was quite possibly the best tag team match in history. And yes, I am saying the best tag team match in history, and potentially one of the best matches in history, because I don't think I've ever watched anything that's had me this excited and on my toes. Just every near fall. And yes, because Jordan and I had picked different teams here to win, a lot of that played into my excitement. You better kick out! Shit, that was so close. That was so fucking close. Avalanche! Oh! 1, 2, fuck off, Nick Jackson! But my mate who was sitting beside me, he was just fucking as into it as much as I was. It was like, whoa, everything was just the storytelling between Hangman, when he was in the ring, was the hated one, and Matt Jackson is squaring up to him. The Hangman spitting in his face. Oof. Jeez.
So good.
But when Kenny was in there, Kenny's like, they're trying to fight, they're trying to be fair, but when Hangman's in, they're just brawling with each other. At one point, Nick Jackson is trying to get Matt Jackson to calm down. He's like, look, just if you don't stop acting like this, you're going to cost us the match. The psychology was just on another level, the storytelling.
Yeah, it was so good, and there were so many cool moves and spots, and like it was pretty prevalent through this whole thing that the Bucks were playing the heels because the crowd was behind Hang Mega for sure.
Hang Mega!
Fans
They were definitely
booing
behind
They
Hangman.
were getting booed.
Yeah. And like basically I love the point in the match where Matt starts working Kenny's shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And he just starts kicking it and punching it and working that shoulder. I was like, oh, that's when I thought they were going to win.
That's when I said to myself, you're a little shit, Matt Jackson. You're a little prick. That's your friend, and you're going against something that you know is injured.
Yeah.
And I can't remember if that was before. I think that was before or after the Hangman started targeting Matt's lower back, because the Hangman knows he's got back problems.
That was after.
Well, another nice piece of storytelling then.
Yeah.
Matt started it first, and the Hangman's like, do you know what? I didn't go for your back, knowing it was a weakness, but now you've done that to Kenny, I'm going to go for your back and see how you like your weak spot getting taken out.
Yeah. And then I like that they both did. I like that once Hangman started to, Kenny did as well.
Yeah.
He kind of went for it. And then,
This match, man, I'm going to talk about things not in order. What does it matter? When it was the Meltzer driver to the outside.
What's the difference? Driver? Yeah, I think it's because he doesn't do a flip on that one. It's the Indy. I don't know.
Oh, okay, fine. I could because I was going to say Excalibur. I was just going to phone up Excalibur and go, hey, Excalibur, what's the difference? But yeah, maybe he doesn't do the somersault. So he does the Indy driver onto Page, and I'm losing my shit because I think this is it done. No, not on the stage. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Then there was Adam Page had a one-wing angel.
Yeah.
Because great storytelling again. Kenny couldn't do it. He's like, I can't do it. So he stumbles back. Hangman it's not a blind tag. He tags him and Kenny's like, Hangman goes in. He does the move. And this is a move that no one has ever kicked out of.
Yeah.
And he didn't have a chance because the save. Hangman! One-winged angel! 1, 2, fuck! Oh, come on, Bucks!
Holy shit!
Fuck off, Nick Jackson! Fuck off! A lot of these finishes were someone coming in and knocking someone else off. So it was protecting. It was protecting finishes. It was protecting big moves.
Yep.
I almost died when Kenny took that reverse hurricanrana off the top rope.
Oh.
He's gonna do a reverse Karana. Oh fuck. No! Oh Jesus, no! Kenny's dead.
You killed Kenny!
Kenny's dead.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I thought he was dead. I thought he was dead.
Yeah. Well, and again, then we get to the end. It was just kind of after they did the Indy driver on the outside, and everyone thought Page was out, and then Page comes, makes the save. Move. And then he hits the buckshot. Pins 1, 2, 3.
Well, there was there was the buckshot V trigger that
right
was I think it was broken up rather than kicked out of. I think that was protected again.
Yeah.
But then Hangman did come in and just Hangman just won that match on his own.
He did.
Like another hold my beer. I'll just go in. Yeah. So Hangman won the titles because if I remember, we were on the boat. The way the match ended, Hangman just did the same thing. Took the end of the match into his own hands. He just got the job done. The title defense that they had, he did the exact same thing. He got the win. Yeah. And now
he did lose to the Lucha Brothers in that 4-way because of that.
That's right. That was to help build that story, which was cool.
Yeah.
So he's basically saying, I'm not getting any respect.
Yeah.
You guys are arrogant little shits, and you come along and say, we're the best tag team in the world. We should have the belts. You're not even a tag team. But, let's throw it back to you again. What did you say about Hang Mega? What did you say? That's the first we'll say to Hang Mega.
Hang Mega!
Cue the Hang
What,
Mega.
what did I say about Hang Mega?
What did you say about them having the belts? Do you remember?
No, I don't.
You said, I can't understand why.
Oh, why they would have two singles guys carry the tag team titles when they have this great tag team division with all this great talent that specify in tag teams, and they give it to two singles guys. Doesn't make sense to me, especially when their whole thing is they wanted to rejuvenate tag team wrestling. Doesn't quite make sense.
And I agreed with you. I was like, yep. But then after watching that, they've got something in mind for the Bucks.
They've got something in work for the Bucks, but they have a story playing with Hangman and Kenny. And I don't know if you noticed it, because I certainly did. Hangman got out of the one side of the ring. Kenny went to the other side, and he was kind of mad.
Mm-hmm.
And then he started coming back, and you could see he was ready
For the buckshot lariat.
For the buckshot. He was set up for it.
Did you not see before he did it? He had this look in his face.
Yep.
His evil look.
Yeah.
This is what I think's happened here, right? They've said to themselves,
Dark Order.
we can't get Hangman over. No, it's not that.
Yeah.
We can't get the Hangman over. So let's try something else. We'll slowly make him a heel. He's done the whole beer drinking thing, been a bit of an ass. Fans have loved it. Would you believe it? He's taking people's beers. The fans are loving it. They're giving him his beer. They're thinking, okay, everything they do with Hangman, he's becoming more and more of a face. In that match, they were booing everyone. And at one point, I think even Kenny got booed a little bit. Everyone was going nuts for Hangman. Cowboy shit. Cowboy shit.
Fuck him up.
Fuck him up, Hangman. Fuck him up.
Fuck him up, cowboy.
Fuck him up, cowboy. They were doing all of that. So he's getting more and more. He's just becoming a bigger and bigger face. So what are you going to do now? Are you going to have him turn on Kenny Omega and break them up? Are you fucking kidding me? You've got the guy built up to have massive babyface status. He's on that ascension, and you want to.
But so if he does that, is he going to turn? Does that make him a heel, or does that make him Stone Cold? Right? You know what I mean? Like that anti-hero stands up against the Authority, because that's really who the Bucks and Kenny are.
True. He's the only one of them that's not an EVP.
Yep. Exactly. See?
I've always wanted. I've been dying to do this. I've been dying to do this every time we do one of these videos. Here we go.
EVP stands for Electronic Voice Phenomena. It is when the disembodied voices of the dead are recorded on digital devices, such as digital recorders, videotape, and MP3. When played back, you can hear the voices of the dead that at the time you may not have heard, and this is known as Electronic Voice Phenomena, known as EVP.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, he's on the beer again.
Yep.
He's on the beer again. He's off on a tangent.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens with this, man. I think they should make him
I'm
a heel.
excited to see how this plays out. It'll be fun. I am totally behind Hangman. Like, I legitimately could have seen him beat Jericho. I thought that was the play at the time.
And most importantly, that was my first win. You had to take your shot of whiskey. Yes! Pin him! 1, 2, 3, yes!
He just won the titles by himself.
Take your shot, Jordan. Take your shot. I'm 1 up.
I'm both super happy and super angry about this. Fuck you.
I got my win there. I was very happy with that. That I'd called it. I was very, very happy. I wasn't turning my back on Hang Mega. No way.
Yep. No, that's fair. I don't not like Hang Mega.
Oh no, of course you were booking it to win.
Yep.
You wanted to win, so you don't want to get buried alive in snow. And you wanted a coconut pie.
Yep, exactly.
And then became I think this next match was just bad placement on the card. The women's title match.
Someone had to follow that match, and it's very, very unfortunate that it had to be this one.
You know what? Because you know what should have followed it. Pac and Orange, because that we didn't know at the time what the reaction that match was going to get, but We've totally lost Jordan. We've lost Jordan. He's gone. The feed is dead. Oh. Wow. That's never happened before. We'll be right back after these messages. Are you one of those useless, feeble, puny Americans who struggle to open even the most basic of jam jars? Oh, you're such a klutz. How pathetic. Are you one of many Americans who can't even put their socks on without breaking their back? Oh, you're so pathetic. Such a loser. You can't reach the remote control behind the sofa? Oh my god, you are such a loser. Well, how about you just stop losing and you start winning? All you have to do is join the Dark Order. That's right, join the Dark Order today and they will put smiles on your face. You can stop being a loser and you can start winning. Join Dark Order today.
Join the Dark Order.
And we're back from our commercial break. And as we were saying, after those technical difficulties,
We were saying that, it was just unfortunate placement on the card for these two women to go, which they had a really good match. Again,
Yes.
you could tell they made reference to that Statlander was ill all week.
yeah, that was a good
And
cover.
that was good because there was a couple of spots that looked a little iffy.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't look crisp. It looked a little dangerous. Even
Maybe that was because she was ill.
yeah, and that's what I mean. Maybe that was the reason
Genuinely?
why. But all in all, I thought it was a really good match. Like there's some cool things. Like I did like that power bomb off the top rope.
See, that protected her as well because she's already done her beast bomb, but when she did her beast bomb, she's sort of caught her and she's dropped her. And
It was
I
almost
believe
more like a pop-up power bomb.
it was a bit like a pop-up power bomb, and I believe it was Jim Ross that made a comment about her not getting enough torque with the shoulders or something. Because you know, when you do a power bomb, you get up and you've got like this. This motion, this fluid motion, this dynamic motion, which helps. It's the transference of energy. Look at me getting all technical, and because that was gone, then what you've happened is she's just done a sit out power bomb and she's kicked out. But yeah, what Nyla Rose's thought is, I'm not going to take the chance. I'm going to drop her from the top rope, and that was it. What I was worried about was when Nyla was going to do it, both her legs were behind the top rope.
Yeah, and she only got the one around.
She put one, so I was like, oh, this could go horribly wrong. Horribly wrong if she doesn't get her leg up. But she managed it.
Managed it. It looked okay. It still looked a little iffy. Like it almost looked like it was more on Statlander's neck than anything else.
Yeah.
But so far, no news of injury, anything like that, so that's good.
That is good.
But yeah, and again, Nyla should have won that match. It was right. There wasn't enough build for Statlander yet for that match. So
at this point,
I'm okay with it.
So at this point, we'd both picked Nyla. So I was still in the lead. I am on a roll. Beast bomb from the top rope. I think this brings us to MGF, right? And Cody Rhodes. I'm sure this is. I think it is.
Maybe.
The last two matches were also. MGF and Cody Rhodes. All right, give me your inside baseball. Your thoughts on this one?
Okay. Well, I want to start off with the moment that I had texted you as we're both simultaneously watching to specifically watch Cody's entrance.
Yeah.
Because of what we've talked on previous videos, that in my mind, it's a little bit too elaborate. It very much reminded me of
Triple
the
H
Fury Wilder fight the other day.
Okay.
Like where it has the music and you see them walking in the back and then his theme hits.
Mm-hmm.
It in my mind, it's a little bit too much. The pyro was down a little bit. It seemed more the same as everyone else, so that was good.
That's because he had the whole stage lift up to reveal his band playing.
Yeah, which was pretty cool.
That was cool.
Except by
those
the
guys
end
were
of the
good, by the way. They were good live.
They were very good.
Only a couple of notes were a bit iffy, but for I know what it's like being a metal singing in that, and those guys were good.
They were really good, but you could see when they were in the ring getting ready to go that Cody was kind of like, okay, we're done. Like, just end, boys. But they finished the whole song, which was fine. But you could just see it, like, Cody was like, okay, let's do this.
You can't just cut a song off, man. You can't. I'd rather that happen, right, than the awkwardness of he's still doing something and then the band either have to keep playing or kind of start the song again. That's awkward. So I think it ended at the right time. Yeah.
No, it was good. Like, and then MJF's entrance was awesome. I like the callback to Ric Flair, like the ultimate heel.
I was like,
the
what
robe.
the hell is he wearing?
I was like, a little bit disappointed to not see another scarf, but it was still pretty cool.
Got
still
the Burberry in there. Yeah, you got the total heel egoness, the egotisticalness over.
Yeah, better than you on the back. Like, perfect. The only thing, though, did you notice that, like, maybe he stayed in the tanning bed a little bit too long, or his spray tan was a little bit too dark today?
Have done. I didn't.
He was a little bit darker than normal, and it looked a little odd to me. And it just...
I never noticed. I'll when I watch it back, I'll notice.
Yeah, but it's not a big thing, but it's just one of those small things that I noticed, and I was like, oh.
Spent too much time on the beds.
Yeah, a little bit too much time.
I actually quite like this match. I like the fact that I knew we were going to get colour in this match. So it was good to see MJF getting busted open. Because Cody...
Yeah.
This is what Jon Moxley talked about as well. That when he was in WWE, did you make up all these rules? Like, you see all these things in promos. I'm going to eviscerate you. You're going to bleed and all that. And then none of it happens. Cody said you're getting your own scar.
Yeah.
He gave him his own scar.
Yep.
Won't be a big permanent one, but, you know, he still delivered on what he said he was going to do.
Oh, yeah. And it was... It seemed almost mundane how he got it, though. Like... Yeah, I didn't see a specific move. I see him go outside, and then all of a sudden he comes back in, and from here it's just leaking.
I knew the colour was coming because we cut away from whatever was happening in the ring, and you had Brandy was doing something outside. Was that not when you had Brandy and you had Cody and Wardlow, and Cody kicks Anderson by mistake?
Yeah, maybe.
It might have been around about that, but something happened on the outside. It was all quite convoluted, and then the camera just kind of cut back to the ring, and MJF was all bleeding, and I thought, that was a delay to give him time to do the blade job.
Yeah, no,
fair enough.
And then I was, again, there's some cool things like where he takes off Cody's shoe and things like that,
stamping on his foot and stuff. I was like, that is dirty bastard.
Yeah, and then Wardlow got tossed, didn't he? No. He got threatened to be tossed, but didn't end up getting tossed. But then they go on, and then Cody makes his comeback. Mm-hmm. And then that's when Cody hits not one crossroads, but two crossroads. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, oh my God, like, they're actually going to do it right now.
I was going off I was counting them. I was like, one! I was like, yes! Oh, he's done another one, two! He's going to do emphatically the third one. It's just going to be like a burial in it. And as that happened, right, as this happened, I was so happy because I was going to beat you. I thought, I've got him beaten now. He's not coming back for this. And in my mind, I thought back to Shawn Spears when he had that big feud with Shawn Spears. And Shawn Spears looked like he was being built up. And in the moment Cody got the win, as soon as it finished, I felt like he shouldn't have had that win.
Yeah.
Spears needed that win. And I thought that's what was going to happen here, but that's not what happened.
Nope.
That's not what happened.
Like, a minute before Cody starts crossroading the craziness out of him, Wardlow had given him the ring, and they were in his tights. So then Cody goes, a little bit of a cocky move going for the third one. Same thing he did to Kip Sabian. But he gets MJF, and MJF kind of kicks out of it and knocks him back a little bit. Mm-hmm. Gets to the ropes, puts the ring on, and then clocks Cody, falls back to the ropes, puts the ring back in his tights, and just fall and with one arm over top. 1, 2, 3.
Un, dos, tres.
I'm better than you.
Right decision, because that feud, because it's been built up so much and there's so much hatred. See to lose, see for Cody to win, and that's the blow off for that match. What's going to happen after that? MGF made him go through all these stipulations to fight him. So if Cody beat MGF, would it then make logical sense storytelling for MGF to demand a rematch after not wanting to fight him and making him go through all those steps? It wouldn't.
Not at all.
So now Cody's got to chase again, and he could come up with another fucking stipulation. He could come up with something stupid.
Well, if Cody wins that match, where does MJF go from there?
True.
Like where? There's nowhere for him to go if he loses that match.
Where does Cody go?
Cody?
He can't be in the title
Blood and
picture.
guts. Blood and guts.
Yeah, but he can't. Yeah, but I mean, long term, Jon Moxley, in his post-scrum interview, said nobody wants to fight me. The only people that want to fight me are crazy. Joey Janela's, Darby Allin's, because people know if they fight me, they're going to lose and they're going to be messed up. I'm going to mess them up. So why would you want to? And then he said, and Cody Rhodes thinks that he's just going to breeze on by. Well, that's not going to happen, because if I feel like I want to fight Cody Rhodes, I'll fight him. I don't care about stipulations. I'll just be like, you're fighting me. We'll put it tight, because I have to know that I'm the best. So I will fight you. So when Moxley said that, I was like, ooh.
Is that Revolution next year?
Maybe.
If they're going to build this to be like the WrestleMania of AEW, they build Cody up. They still keep him as that underdog for the next little while. And then Moxley calls him out and goes, at Revolution, we're doing this. I'm putting my title on the line. I know you can't ask for this, but it's happening. I want to prove that I'm better than you.
Personally, I'd rather Jericho got the belt back at some point.
That point.
Jericho, because Jericho has to do all the firsts, because that's how his ego works. First AEW World Heavyweight Champion. He was the youngest AEW champion in history. If he wins it twice, this could be months and months and months down the line, then he can say, I'm the first 2-time AEW champion, AEW World Champion, and then Cody can then get that story to having the payoff where he finally beats Jericho, because he couldn't beat him the first time, and he manages to get the title. I don't think Cody fighting Moxley. If Cody fights for the belt again, he has to win it, and I don't really want to see him take it off Moxley.
Yeah. So in my head, just as you're saying Jericho winning again, triple whammy.
Yeah. What, the boat?
Three-time Jericho champion.
What, by the boat? I don't know about that.
Maybe. We got the first ever title change.
He'd call himself.
Why not the first ever 3-time champion?
He'd call himself the triple whammy. But again, it was a really solid match.
Yeah.
It was good. I enjoyed it.
Yep.
I think it delivered everything that it had to do. It did make the mistakes that happened with Shawn Spears. It's kept the feud alive. We can keep it going. It does feel hard because the journey to pay-per-views is so long. It's so long. 3 months is a long time, man. So,
but I like it. I like it.
Yeah. Like Moxley said in his post-scrum interview that this journey to getting this championship, it's like a painting. I could put it on the wall and I could just look at it. And what he's trying to say is, there's so many things I had to overcome to get here. All the different story arcs, all that week of television to try and get to where we are to get the belt. So years down the line, when he can look at his first title win, he can go back and look at all the stuff that happened, and he's basically saying it's like a painting on the wall. You can just watch it and you can appreciate it, rather than here's a fast track feud between Goldberg and the Fiend. Goldberg's the champ. And you're like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
You know,
all right.
So I get what Moxley's saying.
Yeah. Totally.
Low blow.
That was a ring.
Oh
that
no!
Was the ring.
Not the ring. Oh fuck off!
Get your shot
No
taken.
way, man.
Get your shot taken.
Fuck you, Jordan. I was winning this as well. I'm now 5-1. But that's okay.
Get that shot taken.
That's okay. That's okay. Nice Kentucky bourbon here. I'll take my shot. My phone's vibrating because it's Jordan. Go and take your shot. Take your shot. In fact, I want to see proof of this as well. So I'll need to do it for here. I need to double do my shot. There you go. Yeah. Try to do it in 2 different cameras here. Ooh, tasty. It's the last shot I take tonight, Jordan. The last one I take. So after this, we had, was it not Pac versus Orange Cassidy?
Orange Cassidy. Which, in my mind,
I don't believe this
might have
match.
stole the show. May have stole the show.
I don't believe this.
It was unbelievable. It was so good.
It was Pac
Like,
versus
this
Pac
is
versus
wrestling.
Pockets, as Jim Cornette would say.
Oh, it was fantastic. Because you would do all these things and...
Caught me by surprise.
Cassidy would do his shtick where he's just all lazy.
Yeah.
Or not lazy, but just, like, doesn't care.
Sloth.
And then all of a sudden,
like.
boom, he was going a million miles an
Mm-hmm.
hour, looking faster than almost anyone I've seen in a while, and hitting all these cool flying moves. And it's like, and then he goes back to hands in the pockets.
And when his hands were in the pockets,
Yeah.
he was dodging stuff. So
Yeah.
Pac's trying to help. It's almost like he's like a Matrix, almost like a really advanced martial artist. That's like, yeah, I don't need to even have my hands out. I can dodge you, and he was doing all that. So that actually kind of works. And when Pac was doing his shtick back with the kicks, it didn't. There was comedy to it, but it was done in a legitimate way where Pac's like, I'm honestly going to kill you in a minute.
There were sequences and moments where I genuinely thought Cassidy might win this match.
Yeah, me
Like,
too.
It was crazy. But like one of my favorite spots is he had his hands in his pockets and he was doing the dodging and everything. And then he gets up and like a tilt-a-whirl kind of into a DDT without taking his hands out of his pockets and like got Pac in the DDT. And I was like, that was cool. You don't see that every day.
Now, the crowd were into this match more than even. I don't want to say it sounded like they were more awake and alive than the tag match. Maybe they were.
Maybe.
But they were so into it. It was at Fight Forever, and all the chants were there, man. It was so funny.
Yeah, no pulp.
Yeah,
like,
that's right.
Because if you heard it, it kind of sounded like "Go Home," and Pac kind of like was looking and trying to figure out what they were chanting.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think if it would have been a "Go Home" chant, which it definitely wasn't, it was a no pulp. But if it was, I think Pac would have just left.
Aye,
and that would have been great.
I think Pac enjoyed this. I think he really enjoyed himself.
Yeah, it looked like you saw him smile at one point, and you're like, "Holy!"
And Cassidy, man, he's so over. He's so over, man. I can't. I don't know how. I said to you before, man, when he first came into it, I was like, this guy's just making a mockery of wrestling. This is so stupid. And then
it's amazing.
Week after week, it's like, why do I really like this guy? There you go. That's wrestling. It's a variety show, and I want to see Jim Ross. I want to see Jim Cornette's review of this. Oh,
yeah,
it's going to be dynamite. He's going to be losing his shit.
Yeah, and then that led to.
By the way, at this point, we're now tying. We're 6 matches, guest apiece.
Yeah, so it doesn't. We both picked Jericho in this final match. Yeah. So again, we weren't going to win or lose on this one, but
and we never considered what a tie would be in the stipulations because I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I'm going to blame you. But so we get to this main event, but which was nice because you could just sit back and enjoy it. And like, so talking about elaborate entrances, we get the choir singing Judas, which was 10 times better than Cody's entrance.
It was
10 times better. It was one of the best things I've seen in a long time. It was so good. And then Jericho comes out and he's got Proud and Powerful with him. And and then Judas is singing. And Chicago did a pretty good job.
They did a good job.
Judas. They kind of tailed off right at the start, and then they came back, and it was like, okay,
So here's a story for you. Chris Jericho was somehow, someone either forwarded it to him on Twitter, or he came across it himself. Someone probably sent it to him. This girl singing an a cappella version of Judas, and she was on her own, and she was bored. I think she was in between. Either she was in between rehearsals, or she was in between. What do you call it? Fucking auditions. She was either in between auditions or in between rehearsals, and she just did it. She just sung Judas and put it online, and someone sent it to Jericho, and he messaged her personally, and he said, "Get a choir together. We're going to do something together at some point. I want you to get a choir together and do something with the song." And the girl, she's got from what I know, she's got quite bad anxiety, so it was very hard for her. And she got the choir together at Philadelphia. I think it's in Philadelphia, so one of the Philadelphia local choir groups. She got them together. They practiced the song, and they went out on stage. And she was so nerve wracked. She said it was on Twitter. I was reading this, and that was it. Jericho again, the nicest guy. Is we can vouch for him from meeting him on the boat multiple times. Nicest guy you'll ever meet, and he's always giving back to people. If you can see an opportunity, if someone's talented, he does it with fan art all the time when it comes to even MGF does it when people mark art, as he calls it. They're always putting people's pictures up, people that do nice art. He saw this girl, he gave her a chance, and there she was on a world stage. I just think that's a beautiful story.
It was great. Like, she did an awesome job, and then it did set the tone a little bit. It made that main event feel epic. With the Cody one, it didn't make it feel as epic to me.
Nah.
It just kind of, again, I'm not hating on Cody, but it just felt like he was feeding his ego a little bit.
And you look at Moxley. Moxley just got off the bus.
Yeah,
He got off the bus. He got off the bus and he was like, "All right, I have got a match." All the way through the crowd.
He's got to shove a guy out of the way so he can jump the barricade. And then Jericho has this beautiful choir with a beautiful rendition of his song. And then as soon as it like fades out perfectly, it fades out, and then da-na-na-na hits, and then everyone starts singing along. Because that was the thing, is not many people sung with the choir.
No.
They just let it happen,
that's
which was
their
really,
moment.
really good.
Let them do it.
Yeah.
The pacing was nice. It was a different tempo. It was brilliant.
Yep.
Now, the criticism I have going back to Cody and MGF, when Moxley and Jericho started, this match started with a brawl. Like they were going at each other. Now, I get that he tried to stab Jericho in the eye, right? Sorry, Jericho stabbed him in the eye with a spike.
Yep.
All the shit that MGF and Cody went through, the match didn't start with a fucking massive brawl. They started, I'm sure they locked up and they started doing wrestling. I'm like, you should have this guy legs swept on the ground, punching him in the face like that for being a little shit. So that was my only criticism of the Cody MGF match. But this started the way that it should.
Yep. It started off good. They're beating the living piss out of each other for a while, just battering each other. And then we got into some wrestling later on, and like Moxley got cut open early, and I don't know. It looked like he got cut open when he hit his head on the corner.
He legitimately smashed his head on that. And when you watch the post scrum interview with Moxley, in fact, I remember in the match there are bits of flesh, like lumps of flesh coming out his head, and in the post match scrum when you see it. When he's looking around and stuff, and he's right up to the camera, there are just lumps taken out his head. Like I don't even know how you're going to stitch that. There's two big bits missing, and it was where the eye patch was, so you couldn't really see what was going on.
What was causing? Which was kind of cool, but kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And then there were some power moves. There were some submissions that were nice.
I liked the throwback to the videos where he was taught the counters to the walls of Jericho, and so he did it twice, and then JR's Excalibur threw back to that.
Yeah.
Threw back to the videos and how Moxley had been learning the counters to that and to the Judas effect and things.
With Randy Couture, correct?
Randy Couture, who Jericho beat up in Palm Springs.
Yeah.
It's on TMZ. Go look it up.
Yeah. But and then this match, it just went back and forth, and then you had Proud and Powerful kind of interfere a little bit and get away with it. Match goes on, builds.
Hager appears.
Hager appears. Moxley gets one up on Hager.
Hager punches him in the face, and Aubrey just goes. It was very exaggerated, right? But I kind of liked it. Folk are like referees. Referees should be part of the show. They're just referees. Listen, she is over as Dover, and she did the whole.
Yes.
Did a wee spin and
then a big
the ball
spin
out.
and see you later.
You are all out of here, and then it's just mocked Jericho.
Well, and then I loved the
That's when I knew he was fucked.
He had on the ramp where like Proud and Powerful and Hager are just stand there screaming at her, and she's like, "Get out of here! Just get out of here!" It was perfect. It was fantastic.
Something happened during that. It was because that was
while that was happening. That was when Sammy comes in with the title and clocks.
That's right.
Moxley.
He clocks Moxley.
When you see him like picking what seems to be diamond, it might just be chunks of skin, but he was like picking stuff out and looking at it and throwing it away.
That was chunks of skin. That was from.
Was it chunks of skin or was it chunks of the belt?
It was Moxley's head. It was bits of it.
Yeah. And then Jericho gives him the rake to the eye, which was a nice thing. Then it goes, oh, blind.
And what did I say? What did I say was going to happen?
Blindfold off.
Man, I loved Mox with the eye patch as well. Oh.
Well, and you know what I really liked about that?
I wish he would just wear it to the ring and then take it off.
Call me Snake.
The psychology of that. So when Jericho figured that out, because Jericho wasn't like out of the match at that point by any means. But then Jericho didn't know what to do because he could see, and then Moxley kicks him. Paradigm shift. 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
New AEW champion. So that was a small thing that Jericho did that continued that storytelling. Because I can guarantee Jericho is going to come back in Denver potentially, or whenever he comes back and goes, well, I wasn't prepared for him to see out of his right eye.
Maybe, yeah.
Right? Like, how was I supposed to be prepared for that?
But that was only a normal paradigm shift that he beat him with. It wasn't the super one. Because I think Joey Janela kicked out a normal one, so he gave him a super one. Oh, no. Joey Janela got one off the top rope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of felt he's protecting the move. I like that. I like that Jericho was selling the move.
Yeah.
Did he went for a Judas effect, didn't he? And I think Moxley
he went for a Judas effect and missed, and then that's when Moxley took off the eye patch because he could see where he was, right?
Do you think it's the right time for Jericho to lose the belt?
No.
I'm saying no, but there's a caveat.
I'm not mad that he did.
I'm not mad.
But I just don't think it was the right time. I think Double or Nothing would have been the right time.
I just think
Double or Nothing versus Kenny.
There's two reasons why I think I'm going to have faith. One is Tony Khan is an absolute master, an absolute genius when it comes to booking. These shows that have led up to this since January have been flawless. I don't care what anyone says. And when I say flawless, I mean compared to WWE and other promotions, MLW, Impact. You compare all these shows, NXT, their booking has been flawless. The way they're building storylines. Tony Khan is a man with a plan. There's a rhyme for you. He's got something in mind. Jericho will get that belt back, I believe. But I think he'll have it for the next cruise. But Moxley's going to have it for longer than Jericho's had it. There's time. We've got the cruise. Are we the 2nd of March today?
Yeah, 1st of March.
1st of March. So we are exactly 11 months away to the next cruise. Yes. We're within a year. And come that time, Jericho will have the belt back. You said triple whammy. Maybe he wins it on that cruise for the 3rd time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
Maybe. But Moxley will have it longer than Jericho. And whatever plan he's got for Moxley, it's going to be good. He knows what he's doing.
You think Mox will have it longer than Jericho did?
Yeah, I do, yeah. Moxley's not been beaten.
It's true.
Jericho's been pinned. He was pinned by... was it Jungle Boy? No. Someone pinned... Yes, someone pinned him in a match. In a tag match. I think it was Jungle Boy. And then that led to the... You couldn't last 30 seconds with me. I think that's what happened. But he has been pinned once, and it was in the tag match.
Yeah.
Triple... I think it's 3-on-3 match with Jurassic Express. Whereas Moxley's not been pinned. Moxley's only loss was when he was in the tag match and he went, sack this, and he just walked away. Just went, sack it, and that's the only reason he lost.
Yeah.
So they've done a good job at building Moxley up to not have been beaten, creating a big star out of him. And we could bring in somebody new if you'd be Moxley. Maybe they're thinking about that.
Yeah.
Somebody new is going to debut. Moxley, Lance Archer have...
Yeah. They have history.
They have history. That should be...
And Lance Archer is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Really good.
He could be a good next opponent. And he debuts next week.
Yep. In Denver.
Yeah, in Denver.
Like, the Lance...
Now, we've lost Jordan again because his iPad sucks. So we might just call it a day here. But we have had, in my opinion, one of the best pay-per-views of the last decade. And I know I always talk about All Elite Wrestling, and I'm always selling it, and I'm always going on about it, because obviously that's the name of the channel, right? AEW fans. But anyone that watches this knows that we are critical of it as well. We'll call things out if we don't like it, or we think it's silly. If we talk about the Nightmare Collective, we'll still critique things and pick holes. Like Jordan always talks about maybe Cody's entrance being a bit over the top. I don't think it is, but you know, I can see where he's coming from. Or you know, maybe the Cody and MJF match should have started a bit more aggressive, like Jericho and Moxley. So we do point things out, the things that we like and the things that we don't like. But that was definitely one of the best pay-per-views of the last 10 years. And not only that, the tag team match was one of the best matches I've ever seen. Ever. Not just the best tag team match I've ever seen, but one of the best matches. And just coming off Kenny Omega versus Pac, that was outstanding. That Iron Man match was one of the best matches I'd seen, and God, it's the best televised match. So for television, non-pay-per-view matches, it's probably one of the best, the best non-pay-per-view televised match that there's ever been. And then Kenny moves on to have a performance that he did in the tag team match. So when people critique Kenny and say that he's not the Kenny that was in New Japan, he's been waiting. All Elite Wrestling are very smart in how they book things and how the storylines are playing out. Remember, Tony Khan wrote a lot of these storylines when he was 14 years old, fantasy booking, and he's now getting a chance to play his storylines out with these characters that back then didn't even exist, right? Because he's a 14-year-old kid. He's basing it on the characters that he saw on TV, Undertakers, Hulk Hogan's, Macho Men, things like that. And now he's getting to do it with this whole new realm of characters. And I just think that there's nothing that can beat it. And that pay-per-view was fantastic. I think having one every quarter is a great idea to build out these storylines, because the payoffs that you get at the end of it are so satisfying and the fans are really building into it. So, that was my 2 cents for the Revolution pay-per-view. I hope that you enjoyed it as much as we did, and we'll be coming back to you in our next video. I'm probably going to be the preview show for Dynamite next week in Denver. Jordan and I will be in Denver, but not next week. We're going the week after, and we're going to be doing an All Elite Wrestling Fans at Sea, another episode of that. And I've got an episode coming out probably shortly after this one, coming out this week, is the one that I recorded with Aileen and Leo. That's an All Elite Wrestling Fans at Sea episode. So please stay tuned. Look for the notifications coming up if you've subscribed to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, because it really helps. Even clicking on the like button, that deals with YouTube's promotion work. So the more likes you get, the higher you go on the scale of visibility, more folks see your videos. It's just easier, and it's just better for us to get, you know, more people to look at the shows and to look at some of the stuff that we're doing. So thanks for watching as always. And that was our review of Revolution. I'm not getting buried alive. Jordan's not getting buried alive, because there's probably not even going to be any snow as a train goes by. There's probably not even going to be any snow in Denver, but we're going to have to come up with some stipulation. I've got an idea. Let's see if I can make it work. Alright, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Jon Moxley! brutal.
I guess I'll fucking drink to that.
Dude, I've got no notes, so fuck, we're gonna have to really rely on our memory here. Here we
It
go.
was like 12 hours ago. I hope we remember, but maybe.
12 hours ago, right.